Hello, in this video we're going to create a colour wheel together. A colour wheel, what it does is it helps us to understand more about colour, which are the primary colours, the secondary colours, and identify complementary colours. I've made a sheet here and it says that learning objective, identify complementary colours, and it says complementary colours are colours which appear more vibrant and vivid when placed next to each other. What that really means is when they're next to each other, if blue is next to orange, the blue looks more blue, the orange looks more orangey. They just look better. Yeah, it says here, name the 3 primary colours, name the 3 secondary colours, and then list 3 pairs of complementary colours below. So you could do something like this, have a separate sheet where you kind of fill it all in. That could be filled in pencil or paint. That one couldn't it, or perhaps even oil pastel, to be honest. Or you could do it straight into your sketchbook. It depends what you've got time to do, really. So I could write out this LO here and do the whole thing in the sketchbook. So I'm going to do the sketchbook version, and I'll fill in that one along the way as well. So the sketchbook version, I'm going to use a cup again. So any sort of water pot that you might have in the classroom would do. So draw around that. Draw my circle around it, and then I'm going to start with my brush. Going to make sure the brush is clean, my palette's clean, and I've got clean water as well. Yeah, and I'm just going to start doing my colour wheel. So I'm going to start with just the primary colours. So primary colours, I'm sure you already know, are yellow, red and blue. So I'm trying to get lots of paint on the brush. I don't want it too watery, so it goes everywhere. And I'm going to do it the same way it's laid out here. So yellow's on the right side. So I'm going to put yellow just on the right side. I'm going to start at the edge of the circle and kind of go outwards. So I'm just going to have a bit of yellow there, basically, on that side. Right, clean my brush by painting the brush on the bottom of your water pot. Hope you can see that. And then I'm going to look where, whoops, sorry, camera shake. Instead of going straight to orange, I'm going to leave a gap, and then I'm going to do red. Again, get lots on the brush. So I've left the gap. I'm trying to put it in a similar spot to that one there, okay? So I'm going to put red there. That red looks a bit orangey, doesn't it? Never mind. Okay, and then again, I've got to leave a gap, and then I'm going to put blue. So I'm going to clean my brush, paint the bottom of your water pot with your brush, and then leave a gap. Get lots and lots of blue on. Okay. It's not such a good, it's not much of a vibrant blue in this water palette, but I have to do what we can. Okay, so you can see I've left a gap between each one. And you could, it says green there, you could get green and put green in the gap. But what I want to do is to show that they are complementary, to show that how they relate to each other by bringing them together and trying to make blue and yellow come together to make, oops, green. So hopefully, once they come together, you'll see that they'll start to make a kind of green. Another way to do this, just show you quickly, to avoid using the green that's already there, is to get the yellow and the blue that you already used, that you already mixed, and mix them together on the palette. You could do that. And that's another way to mix them together. There you go. So there you go. So they've come together now. And I'm going to finish this off with clean water. Oh, cleanish. There you go. And that really kind of lets one blend into the other. You see what I mean? A little bit more yellow on that. There you go. So if you just have clean water and not much either, so I'll get some of it off on the paper towel, then you can see they'll blend together a bit more easily. See? Okay, so I'll do the same around here basically. So in fact, I will make orange by getting the red, put some of that in the palette, clean my brush, get some yellow, mix it together with that red to make orange, and I'm going to paint orange into the middle instead of trying to find an orange in the palette. Okay, and then once they're next to each other, I'm going to get a clean brush then, so no paint on the brush, just a bit of water, get some of it off so it's not too watery, and gently just kind of join them together. Okay, there you go. So those are joined together, clean the brush again, and join these together. There we go, and they blend one into the other. Doesn't it look lovely already, eh? Right, and then we've just got to make purple by joining the red and the blue together. So again, I'm going to mix it in the palette. So I'm going to get blue, clean my brush, get red, mix it in, there we go, and put that in between, in the middle. Probably needs a bit more blue in it. Looks a bit too reddish. That's a bit more like it, I think. There we go. It's gone purplish. All right. And clean the brush again. Get some of the water off on your paper towel and just join the red to the purple by going over it just with water. Help them to blend together. And then clean the brush again. Get a little bit of water off and join the blue to the purple. There you go. And there you have your colour wheel. Okay, so I could fill in that one. I'm not going to. I know I said I would, but I'm not going to. Right, so then we already named the 3 primary colours, didn't we? So if I was doing this in my sketchbook, I would probably, I would just do it this way. So that one is red there, so I'd label it red, and then I'm going to put primary next to that one. The other ones are yellow here, of course. I'm going to put primary next to that one. Okay, and up here, blue. Primary next to that one. I have to be careful not to put my sleeve or my hand in the wet paint. Okay, so I've identified the 3 primary colours. It says there, name the 3 primary colours. Then it says name the 3 secondary colours. Well, they're the ones in between, aren't they? So red and yellow make orange. So orange. Secondary, and blue and yellow make green. Green. Secondary, and of course blue and red make purple, or it often gets called violet, and that's secondary as well. Gonna run out of space. Oh, there you go. All right, so there you go. We've named all of those, and then it says list the 3 pairs of complementary colours below. Well, the complementary colours, you'll find if you've done your colour wheel the right way, the way I said, where you leave gaps between, are the colours that are opposite each other. So here we go. So orange, opposite orange is blue. So those are complementary colours. Okay, so I'm going to write complementary colours, and first pair I'm going to write are blue and orange. So there are 3 pairs all together, aren't there? Blue and orange, and then opposites again. Let's see, opposite red is green. So I'm going to write red and green. Okay, and then opposite yellow is purple. There we go. So we've got yellow and purple. And you might have noticed that basically the complementary colours, you've got a primary colour and a secondary, a primary and a secondary, a primary and a secondary. So if you're creating a piece of artwork and you're wondering about which colours to use, it's a good place to start, where you might think to yourself, well, if I put blue next to orange, the blue will look more blue, more vibrant and vivid, and the orange will look more orangey, more vibrant and vivid. So yeah, give it a go.